All right, hello and welcome back for our second and final game of the night as we are getting ready to have the Birmingham Bandits taking on the Kansas City Foxtrotters. Now, as you can see by the records, these teams in a pretty similar spot. And we'll see on the standings a similar thing. Just one game separating them. So it'll be interesting to see which team comes out on top. But let's look through our week. You can see a couple sweeps, one 4-game series as well. High seeds winning them all so far. We'll see if that keeps up. Of course, we do still have that top series circled for tomorrow. And then we also have Erie Madison, two teams kind of like this one, except both a game better in the win column. So, all interesting games left to go, but we'll see how much they provide. Looking at our standings, you can see Atlanta, the only undefeated team in the Pixel League, followed by Honolulu and Incheon with 1 loss, and then a mess with 3, 4, and then 5. Mudcats sitting at the bottom still at 1 and 6. Looking at our scenarios, Atlanta already 1 loss coming through from New Mexico. Now they just need 1 more between Birmingham and Madison, and of course they need the win. So, the main thing you need to keep in mind, if the Bandits lose this game, Atlanta become win and in tomorrow. Let's quickly look at our stats before we get underway here. You can see Jared and Cheeto are your key players. Of course, traded between. Never mind, I'm lying, but Cheeto was on this team. Actually, that feels wrong, but somehow he ended up here. I'm going to look at the history on that one because it feels interesting. But either way, those are your key players. 2 and 4 versus 1 and 5. Lost streaks on both sides, but only 1 versus 2. And the averages are in favor of Birmingham, it looks like, with a 4 versus 3, a tie on goals. Either way, though, let's lock in as we go. Game number 1. Birmingham in blue, KC in red, and it's Birmingham who get the first goal. That didn't take long at all, as it was a direct trade between these two that swapped Cheeto and Jared. Now, of course, Cheeto not here for this game, at least not in here to start. So we'll see how that goes as we play on, but great start here for Birmingham as Jared's up. How about 2? That now a very good start. That's okay. I felt like I had Jared on the wrong team in my mind, but he was on KC. He got traded. And so there we go. This one's now played forward again. It's off the right wall, dropping down. Corvus going to get another high touch forward. Not going to be able to follow it. Sierra will pop it out again. Now this one up, dropped in by Wrath. The shootout begins. 2-1. Jared not quite able to reach it, and Wrath bounces it through. KC not going to go down easily. Already 1 goal back. Corvus now another shot, and she'll bury that one. How about a tie game? 4 goals in 30 seconds. Back and forth. Birmingham put up 2. KC put up 2. Just like that, we are all even. Sierra now trying to pop it up in the air. Corvus not able to reach that one. Sierra air dribble down. Pushed a little bit wide there by Wrath. Now another strong 50 won by KC, but Jared will force it back in. Now down off the left wall. Sierra pinch up off the backboard again. Arium bouncing it forward, but Wild Boys there for a clear. Corvus now another one towards the net. Blocked to the side by Sierra. Now this one dropping in a little bit awkward, but Arium will pass it over to a teammate, and they'll get that one away. I'd still say Birmingham have had the majority of the pressure thus far, but we see meaningful chances pretty even and also pretty low in number at this point, just because we haven't played that much game. So both teams not having that many chances, but taking advantage of the ones they've had. And KC now with somehow the momentum, trying to get a third goal in a row for the lead. This one, though, held in the corner. Area about to get out. Easily played by Sierra. Over 2. That's just on target, but Wrath gets back in time. Wrath now flies by that one. Corvus letting it go as well. Ariam looking for the bump, but Corvus a great touch away. Now down from the ceiling. Jared up. Plays it off the side while Wrath up early. Gets it back towards midfield. Jared now turning around in the air. Wrath not able to get to that one. Wild boy to the back wall. Sierra catches it away. Corvus now controls again. Bangs it across. Wrath is up. Bouncer just wide. Clip to the post. And it stays out. Wrath now trying to recenter. High pinch. Corvus there. She scores again. And how about 3-2? That's 3 straight goals by the Foxtrotters. And they now have a lead. This one now 50 off the right side. Ariam just wide again, but Sierra cleans up. No lead is secure. 6 goals in the first half of game 1, and we are tied up at 3. Last one off the back wall again, dropping in. Off back out. Jared trying to get to this one. Bouncing around Jared. 50 down in front, but Wrath another long clear away. Now Sierra dunked back in by Wild Boy. He does get a demo, and Ariam will pinch it up high in the air. Now around, it's Corvus to drop down with it. Ariam trying to control, bumped off, or taken away by Wrath, who gets bumped off it. Sierra now trying to go up high, 50 down low. Corvus, a good read, but Jared is there. Jared off the back wall, bouncing around. Wrath gets the block. Ariam, though, another big bump before it's Wild Boy to beat one. Looks for a drop down, but that's easily played by Jared. Off the corner, bouncing back out. Another 50 straight up in the air. Corvus trying to play it out. Gets the 50 there from Wrath. Corvus 50 to cross, but Jared another easy long clear. 90 seconds to go. Still tied up at 3 here. This one's brought forward. Sierra looking for a pass down. That's right on Ariam, but it's 50'd away by Corvus. Now Corvus from the corner, dropping down. Jared trying to get to it off the left wall. Wild Boy dunked down off the ceiling. Wrath now back out off the corner, bouncing away. Wild Boy trying to go. Gets it forward. Pass across. High in the air. No one can reach. Jared now trying to get it forward. Sierra down towards the back wall. It's dropped down again. Wild Boy dunked out again. This one all the way into the corner. Not really scoreable, though, for KC. And so as there are 50 seconds to go, we are still tied 3-3. So it was 6 goals in the first half of the game, and we have had 0 since. Both teams kind of settling in, trying to solidify themselves. And out of it, we've seen a slowdown. But Wrath breaks the deadlock. He gets demoed, but he gets the goal anyway. Bouncing under Sierra, right into the right side of the net. 4-3. KC lead again. But the problem is no lead has held. 30 seconds. KC need to keep their net clean. This one popped out. Now pass back to Jared. Gets under one. Gets over another. That is an insane goal. Corvus not what... Actually, yeah, Corvus not what she wants. Tries to jump up, but instead redirects it back into the net. Wrath a little bit too far forward, but I'm not sure he would have saved it anyway. And so the lead does not hold, and we are back to a tie game. This one over to Sierra. That might break the tie the other way. Wide twice. Ariam high. Can they force it through? Wild Boy, one good touch away as well as a bouncer. Zero catches up again. High again. Clock is at 0. We get to OT. Not sure how Birmingham didn't score, but somehow they didn't, and we played to OT. 0 on it again, though. This one popped out. Jared, high, in. 5-4. Birmingham take the game. Immediately off kickoff, it's just a real scatter in the corner, and then just the floater of the shot makes its way in. A chaotic game to say the least, but Birmingham will take it as they make their way to find a win. They outshoot 13-8 in the process, so definitely more offense coming through from the Bandits, but barely converting to goals, so that'll be something to watch out for as we do get ready here to load quickly into game number 2. Birmingham one game better, but after that one, it could easily go the other way. So we'll see as we do now load in game number 2, DFH Stadium. Birmingham one game ahead, but it's a long series. Can KC get their momentum back? Sierra trying to drop this one in. It'll bounce up in the air. Sierra, air dribble forward, looking for the play, but it's bounced away again. Arium now blocked away, though. Wrath looking for the shot. It's off the back wall, dropping down. No one there. Corvus now off backboard. Jared, another long clear downfield. Played across. Wild Boy gets it away. Zero now trying to get it forward around the outside. Wrath can't get to that one. Off back wall again, though. Wild Boy gets another one, and then the dunk, but it's pushed wide. This one dropped in. Corvus looked for the shot forward. It's up high in the air. Now this one down. Arium up in the air. Played forward, and now Jared will get to it. Bouncing out to Wrath, another good block. KC had looked pretty good on defense, as much as either team has. This one, though, dropping down again. Jared trying to get it away. It's up high in the air. Now bounced out. Wrath shot just high. Caught, turned around. Wrath will get it off the side wall. Now bouncing down again. Wrath high in the air. Arium looking for the play. Jared air dribble forward. Brought down again. Arium around the outside. Wrath will get it away. Now Sierra around. Now Jared trying to drop this one down. It's passed back. Wild Boy now trying to catch, look for the 50. It's caught forward. Jared there. The cutback is in. One nothing. Birmingham break the ice. This one, another one that started slow. But that first goal crosses the line. This 150 back into space. Dropping down, Wrath bangs it out off the corner. No one really there for it, though. Demo and Wild Boy would have helped to clear the space there. This one will bounce out. Zero trying to get up, but it's Wild Boy. Another confident clear out. Now Corvus, though, the other way. This time a redirect on the correction net as Corvus brings us back to parity. The long clear by Wild Boy sets it up, and then Corvus just pushes it forward. And now at the halfway point, she brings us even. KC momentum maybe back in their favor, as much as this is a very even game once more. They're trying to drop this one down, bounce out right at Wrath, and he'll get it up towards the corner. Not a boost used, as he won't get another touch, but eventually Corvus will be able to move in on it. This one forward, but banged away. Zero around the outside. Wrath trying to get the touch in. Not going to happen. Now downfield again. Wild Boy dunked down. And now played out. Corvus trying to jump back for it, but not quite going to get to that one. This one bounced in. 50 to the side again. Zero trying to jump up. Looking for the play forward. Drop down. It's out to the right side. Bouncing out back to the center, though. Arium's in the air. Saved by Wild Boy. Now another one caught forward. Jared up in the air. Pushed back down again. Now Arium over to the left side. Wrath already up. Not going to reach that one. Arium down off the right wall. 50'd out by Wild Boy. Wild Boy now. The 50 on the line. And in. Just barely, but Wild Boy gets it through, and it's a KC lead with just over a minute to go. Corvus now another one kickoff. She'll chase it down and get a bump on Arium. That slows down Birmingham in the corner, but still Jared will pop out over one. From the ceiling, shot forward, saved by Wrath, but it forces a double commit. Now out to the corner, Arium, pass down, Sierra wide, turning around, beat by Wrath. Jared dived in as well. That means Birmingham will need to rush. This one dropped in. Arium lets it go. Sierra now trying to get it downfield. Final 45. Birmingham still trailing. Another good save by Arium. Now up the left side, Corvus down off back wall, a little bit off target. Wrath will play it back into the side. Jared won't get anything as Corvus, another one played back in front. Good push to the side by Arium, but Birmingham, while they may be surviving on defense, they need to find push. They need to find another goal. 15 seconds to go. Zero centers it out. Jared's shot blocked to the side by Wrath. Corvus now to the sidewall, another one pushed downfield, pushed on target, Zero saves. Wild Boy, though, keeps it in. That'll expire the clock. They need to go full field, and they're still on their own back wall. Jared tries to pop it away. Corvus lets it go, and KC tie the series. Back to 1-1 we go. Another one-goal game. This one much lower scoring as KC just about find enough. They get that second goal, and then they just cling to the advantage all the way through the rest of the game. But now we once again quickly run forward. Game number 3. Series tied at 1. KC a stronger second game. But it was still low scoring. It was still close. So which team can find that little bit extra here? And who can find match point first? Kickoff won by KC, but it's right to Arium. Arium up towards the corner, bouncing it around, dropping down. Corvus another 50. They're now up in the air. It's popped around the corner. Dropping in. Sierra trying to get behind this one. Cut back forward. Wild Boy will get it away. Jared now off the left side, but he can't get it. Wild Boy gets the first goal. A miss by Jared, just misplays the bounce, and Wild Boy cleans up for free. 1-0 Foxtrotters. 21 seconds in, momentum solidly in their favor, small as it still may be. This one though bouncing out, awkward for Zero. He'll get a good touch. They're dropping down. Arium trying to force it forward. Has to leave it. Jared now off the corner. Wild Boy trying to pop it up. Looks for another play out. Corvus into the corner. Missed by Sierra. Corvus not quite going to get the bump. Executed by Arium. Still a follow-up shot. Forced out. Corvus. Another double commit. Wild Boy tries to fake, but Arium gets the 50. Now it's dangerous for Birmingham, but Wrath a good touch to take away the pressure. Double commit results in another long clear. Corvus chases it down. She makes it 2. 2-0 KC. They extend the lead. They double the advantage. Just over 1 minute played. And KC hold a convincing lead. First 2-goal lead we've seen since Birmingham's in the first 20 seconds of game 1. They are trying to get this one away. Pops over 1. Corvus now the catch, looking for a 50. Plays it up around the corner. Corvus again. Trying to force it out. Gets another 50 up. Just kind of wasting time at this point. But they are in a position to do that as Ariam now tries to play it in. But Corvus takes it away again. Boy off the right wall. Sierra up, down into the corner. Corvus bouncing out. Jared not able to get to that one. Wild Boy has 3. 2 for him. 3 for KC. Jared once again just a little bit of a misjudge on that bounce. And his team behind him can't read the play any better. So now, 3-0. This one's dropped down. Zero into the corner again, looking for the read, not going to get it. That's already on it, gets the clear away. Ariam back downfield. Jared trying to get it away. Wild Boy trying to jump up. This one will get bounced downfield. Wrath on it again, gets the catch, gets the flick up in the air. Wrath now still on it. Back flipped away. Corvus off the left wall. Wrath will already be there, but a little bit of an off touch. Will be able to follow it, but it slows down the attack. And this one played in. Corvus off the left side. Popped out again. Jared trying to drop this one out. Wrath over to the left wall. Ariam trying to get it down. It's Wild Boy for the next touch. Just over 2 minutes to go. KC still holding their 3-0 lead. As the time starts to get lower, Birmingham need to get going if they'd like to make this one a closer game. Ariam bounced it over to the right side. Corvus trying to stay behind it, but it just falls to Sierra. Wrath now another one banged downfield. This will bounce down. Jared just about saves. Wild Boy's there though. Just saved again. Jared fortunate to be in the right spot. Keeps the lead down at 3, and now it's cut to 2. A 2-goal swing. Sierra pops it up, finds Ariam, and Ariam just floats it through. 3-1. Birmingham are on the board, and they are one closer now, only 2 goals behind. 85 seconds to go. Make it 1. High in the air. Sierra drops it through. Awkward double commit there, and there's just no one else to go. Sierra clean on the placement. And now KC take the lead. Well, no, actually, wrong way. Birmingham cut further into the lead. Almost a chance to tie here, but Corvus would keep it away. Ariam now dropping it down again. Birmingham 2 straight goals here in the last 30 seconds. Gives them a pretty clear chance in this game, but can they finish the job? This one's wide. Sierra saved by Corvus. Follow up, saved again. Ariam now up the left wall, doesn't have boost. Sierra has to play it. Jared up to the corner. Sierra going the wrong way. Right at you. You want to get the touch, but it might have been better to not. Corvus flicks it wide. She knew she had to speed it up, but can't keep it on target. It stays a 1-goal lead here. This 150 out again, though. Rass in the air. High again. Corvus true. Finally, the mark is hit, and KC redouble the lead. Back up to 2 goals here with a 4-2 scoreline. 30 seconds to go. Birmingham, though, still not out. Is that one just saved away by Wrath? Sierra looking for a catch, looking for a flick. It's a booming flick, but Corvus just about gets up, and Wild Boy, another good clear away. That miss by Wrath will waste more time, and another clear will do the same. Birmingham fight back. They make it close, but they cannot bring it all the way back, and KC still claim match point. They're 1 away from our second upset win of the night. As soon as it hits the ground, and there you go. Four, 2. I'll sit on the stats for just a little bit longer here. You can see outshooting 11-7 and outscoring 4-2. So KC this time getting more of the offense, getting more of that control that we weren't even seeing in the early parts of the series. So we'll see as we load into game number 4 here if KC can do it again or if Birmingham can find it, as I get a black screen, and so I will need to try to load back in. We'll see if the server is dead or if it lets me join back. Hopefully they don't start without me if it is still up. But you'll just need to give 1 moment to work with this. Still trying to load out, and then we'll need to get back in. But for KC, like I pointed out there, though they were winning, they were struggling to get the pressure early on in that series. And it says unable to find server, so I assume it's dead. I don't think I typed it in wrong. Let me try again just to make sure. Nope. Okay. So we will be remaking and should be back up. I'll message the teams and we will get everyone back in as soon as we can. Already 1 team in. I'm sure the second will follow. So not too long of a break here. It's annoying that the servers are kind of doing that, but hey. So we are just again pausing for 1 moment, but it appears we have everyone in, and so we are good to go. Game number 4, KC with the momentum of 2 straight wins. Can they close out a third, or will Birmingham bring it all the way back to the distance? This one popped forward by Jared. Ciro's there. What a save by Wrath, but he'll need more, and he won't have it. Jared, first goal for Birmingham. A quick start. Much more like that first game. As Birmingham get the early shot and they convert it to the early goal. Now KC gonna need to find a response. This one off the left wall, Wild Boy playing it forward. Jared trying to collect it back. He'll go up the corner. Looking for the play down again, dropping it in front, but it just gets skipped away. Sierra from his own corner gets 50, does still get it downfield, but it's right onto Wild Boy, who goes straight up with it. Now looking for a touch across. Corvus is up. The shot is wide, and Jared gets a piece anyway. Wild Boy now thinking about a back pass, but doesn't get enough power. Wrath from his own back wall, a good first touch. Now played further away. Wild Boy, even on the challenge, still deep in the KC half. Wrath trying to get it downfield. This is into the corner, now played off the sidewall, bouncing down. Arium, no read. And it's Sierra, another long clear away. Now Jared trying to get it down towards the corner. Rolled back out again. Arium passing it back. Sierra in the air. Looking for the drop down. It's pass in front. Corvus another clear away. Jared now around the outside. Wild Boy trying to keep it in. This one will bounce out. Wrath up in the air. Wild Boy off the right wall. Jared dropping it down on target, but popped away. We have now another one flicked away by Corvus. Now played out. This one off the right side. Jared trying to get it forward. Wrath already in the air. The 50 is dropped down. Zero down into the corner once more. This one played out. Jared gonna get beat. Wild Boy now down into the corner. Two-man stalled out here for Birmingham. They've held on to this one-goal lead. The problem is they are a little bit just holding on to it. Now I think they have been the ones with the offensive pressure, of course. So that is a good sign, but haven't been able to score. So as of now, just sitting on that flimsy one-goal lead, which could go away in an instant. That shot won't test Jared if he'll just be able to bang it all the way downfield. Wrath gets a save, but it's just a little bit high. It'll be followed as it's 50'd off the back wall again. Jared gets a big double out, but it's read first by Wild Boy. Yeah, bouncing out, it's Sierra up to the ceiling, not able to connect on that one. Sierra cutting, Corvus 50ing, and just like that, it's taken back to free space. Wild Boy drop down. The demo by Sierra is huge. Removes the chance of a redirect shot, but still KC try to push. Corvus saved away by Sierra, up high for Wild Boy. He'll get it off the sidewall. Bouncing down, off the back wall. Wild Boy, it's high. Follow up Corvus, just a floater. Jared will save. Wild Boy, another floater high. Another shot wide. Tough angles, none of them on target. It stays 1-0. Corvus now the save. This one could get awkward. On the outside. Jared off the back wall. Corvus, another one touched away. Sierra around the corner. Trying to drop this one down. Corvus off the left wall, bouncing around. Now recentered again. Jared trying to get this one away. Arium trying to play it across. Sierra winning it forward. Corvus now looking for the catch. It's 50'd in again. Jared, another one popped downfield. Wild Boy, another one forward. Sierra off the left wall, bouncing down. Corvus off the left side once more. Wild Boy now looking for a flick, but Sierra gets it away. 45 seconds to go. That's a big miss. That's wide though. Arium's follow-up won't be there. Corvus will get it cleared. Now it's a mad scramble back into the Birmingham half. Wrath will close it down. Off the back wall. Wild Boy, 50'd and blocked. Sierra now over one. It's only Wrath back, but he'll get the clear through again. Corvus thinking about a bomb. Won't get it, and it's saved by Jared. 15 seconds now. Wild Boy, big dunk. That's in. He does it himself. And it's tied. We've been scrambling for the last 30 seconds since that awkward misplay by Birmingham. And they do eventually get punished. They push out of their goal too quick, and they watch it bounce in. Sierra in the air again, though. Double faked. Arium scores. Birmingham lead again. Unpunished. They take the lead right back. 8 seconds to go. Off kickoff, they may give up the tie, but they take the lead immediately on the other side. Now Jared in the air to stall time, to play it back. Time strike 0. KC need to go full field. And they'll get it up in the air. What can they do? Wild Boy down. Arium further down. 2-1. Bandits push us to game 5. KC felt like they had the moment, felt like they got that punish to give them the advantage, to give them the lead. Maybe the momentum, maybe a chance at the lead, I should say. But not to be. Birmingham, get it together and bring it back immediately. And just like that, they push us all the way. It's been a back and forth series, but only one more game will decide it. Foxtrotters taking just this one moment to make sure they know their plan, waiting to ready up. But now we go. Game number 5. Birmingham trying to get back into the playoff picture. KC trying to restart their life in the season. Which team will get their wish as we load in Game 5 on Champions Field? Corvus up off the right side. Jared trying to get it forward again. Jared in the air, touch forward. Corvus no boost. 0-50 back. Jared scores. Birmingham score first in Champions Field. Corvus left alone, panics, and gets beat. And now, 1-0. Plenty of time for KC, but they were stuck in this position last game. They couldn't get it, and now they need to. Sierra puts in the second. A dunk on Wrath, straight through. Only 10 more seconds through. Birmingham have another. Welcome back, Game 1. Wild Boy now trying to drop it forward, saved away by Sierra. One drop down and pinched across into the corner. It'll roll up. Jared trying to go on it. Another one shot forward. Wrath now pass across. Wild Boy there. Strong shot. Sierra saves. Sierra another 50 as Wrath plays it off back wall. 2 in the air. Shot wide. Caught by Jared. Wrath follows. Saved again. Blind by Jared. Corvus now another one up in the air. She'll try to follow it up. Reset. Shot high. Pass down. Wrath scores. Corvus forces 2 defenders up into the air, and then she just plays it over both. It sets up an open net for Wrath, and it's back to a 1-goal game. 4 minutes to go. Over to the right wall, Corvus off ceiling, shot down, not gonna be enough. Wrath another one bouncing forward. It's Corvus up off the corner. Sierra dunked by young Wild Boy. Off target for the moment, but Birmingham still forced back. Arian's touch will fall right to Corvus. She'll pop it up high. Jared can't read it. Sierra just about does, and that'll get all the way downfield. Now from the Kansas City corner, Wild Boy picks it up. He'll get bumped off, but Corvus will take the ball next. Big 50 gets by 1. Wrath up high off back wall. No one to dive except himself, and he'll score. Wrath does it himself. The high pop, the read, the top left shot. 2 for him, and he ties it up. Welcome back, Game 1 indeed. The pace a little slower, but the results the same. Tied up 2-2 here. Jared makes another save. Corvus, the changeup. 3-2. We continue the Game 1 script as KC have scored 3 in a row, and they take the lead. Three minutes to play. Wrath forcing it in again. Wild Boy, it'll bounce up. Miriam now sending it down. Jared under it. Corvus off the back wall. Sierra dunked by Wrath. It'll bounce down. Corvus there. They break script. It's 4-2. They will set a new trend. 2 for Wrath, 2 for Corvus. They score in sets. And right now it's Corvus who has created the 2-goal KC lead. But Sierra won't roll over. Birmingham make it a 1-goal game again. Kickoff has been theirs, and it remains that way. Wild Boy trying to dive in again. Another one forced down, playing the 50, but Jared wins it forward. Jared now waiting under it. He'll go off the corner, but it's one away. Still Sierra's there first, but he now gets awkward. Has to improvise. Fortunately for him, Jared is able to get there. Is able to pinch it by one. Eventually gets beat, but that plenty enough time solved. Still looking for a pass out. It's Wild Boy in the air, low on boost. Just gets a light shot that's easily blocked away by Sierra. Arium now beat on the touch by Corvus. Corvus chasing it, gets the boost steal. Jared around, gets over one. Now they're forced to retreat before Wild Boy bangs it back forward. Demo comes through. Corvus gets beat. Rat's left alone. Low boost, but a good flick. That sets up Wild Boy into the corner. Corvus up early. Both miss, and Jared gets it out to the side. Sierra playing it in again. Down to Wild Boy. This one around the outside. Wild Boy trying to keep it in. Corvus already up. Down off back wall. Wrath there. Saved by Arium. An important play, but they might need more. Corvus fakes. Saved by Sierra. Arium another big clear away. That's saved by Wrath. So close on that push for KC, but they cannot extend, and they need to keep holding on. Jared, another pop-up in the air. Wrath gets it forward. Corvus can't turn it on target, and it just goes to the corner. This one passed back. It's bounced forward. Zero, the free flip. Gets it downfield, but can't turn it on target. Just about 1 minute to go. Birmingham still trailing by 1 goal. Can they find the chance? Can they get it back? This one centered. Rash shooting, Sierra saving. Wild Boy off the left side again. Jared downfield. Sierra, a double demo, opens up some space. Jared lets it fly. Arium shoots just high. Sierra 50'd away. This one will bounce back to Jared. He'll try to go in. Maybe a bit too much on the touch, though. And Corvus is able to get a clear. Arium now a stall, but it's still Wild Boy. KC forcing it right back in. Wrath in the air, 50 by Jared. 20 seconds to go. Arium beat by Corvus, but gets the save. Sierra another block as well. Cut across by Jared. Corvus gets the read. 10 seconds to go. Wild Boy beats another. Now this one dangerous, but it gets across. Wrath lets it go. Time winding down. Arium, last push. It is still up. Zero shot. Sent away, and that will drop. A close game. A back and forth game. But KC proved just a step better. And by the way, looking at it during the series, Atlanta would have been winning in either way. But this win matters so much for KC. They knock down Birmingham, and they get their second win on the season. We'll ask about an interview, but Kansas City, a great series of games. Not perfect, not winning them all, but playing close in them all and closing out the series win. So let's check in. Of course, you always imagine we'll have an interview. And by the way, I'll mention it like I did there. Basically, going in, if we look at our scenarios, we had that 2 of those teams had to lose. But looking at the schedule again, Birmingham and Madison did still play each other. Therefore, because of New Mexico's loss, that already guaranteed 4 or 5 lost teams with that future match in mind. So Atlanta would have been winning in. So obviously, by this graphic, this Birmingham loss does help Atlanta. However, in the end, it didn't really matter for because that New Mexico loss already happened. So there you go. And by the way, Prism would have been the same thing with Florida still playing the wave. However, since Florida already lost, that is now taken out of mattering, and they do still need one other team to lose, that being Round Rock, of course. So, you know, scenarios, they're complicated. We're late enough we can kind of look at things, but, you know, it's still very much get better records, and it's kind of hard to look forward. But either way, not quite getting a response just yet. As always, if it takes another minute, I will just join up and ask there. Let's go back to our final score while we're at it. I don't know how much more there is to say about this game, really. Just a clean one. Just well played for KC. So that does improve them to 2-5, tied with Birmingham and New Mexico at that scoreline. Only question mark now will be Madison. If they win, then they will have sole possession of a playoff spot. Well, of course, they'll be tied with teams above them, but none below them. Meanwhile, if they lose, then that'll be a four-way tie for the final playoff spot. So that'll be the game to watch as far as current playoff positions, with, of course, tomorrow's game with Atlanta playing Inchin being the one to watch for both best team in Pixel and the potential clinch. Now, I don't have an answer, but they are still in call, and so I'm just going to join and see. We will be back in just one moment. And we're back with KC, a big win, gets her second on the board. How's it feel?
Me personally, it feels pretty good. I was in a bad rut where I couldn't win a series with a team, so this is my first win in a while, so it feels pretty good.
Absolutely. Now, just...
Yeah, it feels good to get another win, finally. Hopefully we can get some more. Get out of this elimination bracket.
Absolutely.
We're hoping for good things moving forward.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And next week, you guys do play Deadwood. How do you look at that matchup? You guys remember that roster? Or
Who's on Deadwood?
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lynx, Evaps, Bozy, and give me a minute for the fourth. But Lynx, Evaps, Bozy, not anymore.
Oh, sorry. I should have just
Mew.
took the.
There you go.
I mean, I think I think we just beat a better team than that. So
Yeah, I think we're a better team. We just got to execute better, and once we get that down, we're gonna be good. Definitely looking forward to that game, and just gonna treat it like any other game. Just play our own and have at it.
I've never faced them before, so I have no clue what to expect.
we've had some tough matchups so far. We've got a lot of good teams out of the way.
Yeah, and of course, asking with this being your second win, it is big for your playoff position. Do you guys think you'll get a playoff spot?
Yes.
If we keep playing like we are and are going to be improving along the way, probably.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And then the final question I have for you guys. Tomorrow night we have Atlanta taking on Inchin, probably for the best team in Pixel. Who do you have winning that one?
Loki Inchin.
Yeah, probably Inchin.
I'll go with them. I have no clue who's on either of those teams.
Fair enough. Understandable. Well, that's about all I have for you guys. So, congratulations on the win, and good luck next week.
Thanks,
Thanks,
man.
Doggo.
Thank you.
All right. A little bit awkward there, just in that I'm guessing he's coming through OBS. I was looking at Discord and my name wasn't lighting up when I was trying to start half those things, and so I just ended up having to repeat until I saw that it was. So, if you guys heard that, but whatever. Either way, good interview. You can hear they're confident, and I think it's fair. I think Deadwood for the last few weeks has been a match that teams have been able to win. But of course, as we've said, that's also a team we expect to figure it out with time. So we'll see. Of course, still Luxor and Boston on their schedule. New Mexico probably the most important for their playoff hopes. But that's looking to the future. As of right now, they pick up another win. As we said, 2 games scheduled tomorrow. The first one, kind of iffy on if it happens, but you'll have to tune in to find out. Second one should be a banger with Inchin taking on Atlanta. You won't want to miss either. We hope to see you then. But your final score here one last time, Kansas City 3, Birmingham 2. We'll see you tomorrow night.